Soul regression is basically a therapy where the patient is brought to his or her past life through the unconscious mind. It is done through hypnosis, a therapy which can trigger long-term memories. A person who is unable to find a solution to their latent problems can undergo this therapy to find their solution. For an example, someone who has behavioral issues such as anxiety may not be able to overcome the issue through normal medications as it can reoccur at any time. He or she may also not know what actually caused the problem. Hence, this therapy can be used by the patient to travel to their past lives and find the root cause to the unresolved issue. They can immediately solve it in their past life and not bring it to their current life. After the therapy, he can lead his current life peacefully without the problem. The human brain. The human brain is one of the most important organs in the body. It does not only control the thoughts and actions, but also stores a whole lot of information as known as memory. The human brain is made up of 5 major parts. These parts are known as cerebrum, cerebellum, brainstem, pituitary gland, and hypothalamus. The cerebrum. This is the biggest part of the brain. It controls the voluntary muscles. It also contains both short-term and long-term memory. Next is the cerebellum. It is at the back of the brain and controls balance, movements, and coordination. Brainstem. This connects the brain to the spinal cord. It also controls the involuntary muscles. Pituitary gland. This plays a big role in puberty. It produces and releases hormones. The last one is hypothalamus. It controls the temperature of the body. Memory is actually scattered around the brain, mainly in the cerebral cortex. It is mostly found in the cerebrum. The hippocampus, which is part of the limbic system, mainly controls both short-term and long-term memories. This memory can be triggered through therapies like hypnosis. This helps in opening the unconscious mind so that the long-term memories can be retrieved. All of this relates to soul regression, as the therapy requires memories from past life so that the current unresolved problem can be solved. Hypnosis. Hypnosis is basically a state of mind where the unconscious mind is more focused than the conscious mind. This can help in retrieving long-term memories from past lives as they are normally well hidden in the unconscious mind. Hypnosis has been proven to be helpful. However, it all depends on the therapist, who has to be an experienced person, and he or she must be trusted by the patient. Hypnosis helps in awakening the unconscious mind, which leads to the retrieval of long-term memories. This can help to find solution for unresolved issues through the therapy. As mentioned earlier, soul regression is a therapy where the patient is taken to his or her past lives through their unconscious mind. This helps in gaining solutions to unresolved issues in the current life. The basic steps which are involved in soul regression includes the introduction, where the patient is introduced to the therapist. Secondly is the induction, where the therapist will induce the patient into a state of trance. After the patient has been brought to his or her unconscious mind, the next step would be problem solving. This would be conducted by the patient, him or herself. The therapist will continuously guide the patient into finding the root cause of the problem and to solve it in that particular past life. After that, it is down to the last step, which is the awakening, where the patient is awakened from the trance. Here is an example. Jessie Sidhu, who is a 47-year-old woman, had been experiencing panic attacks and severe headaches since she was young. As she couldn't solve it through any medications, she decided to believe that it was due to some events from her past life. Hence, she decided to try out this therapy. This short clip is an example of how the therapy had taken place. The patient was brought to a dark and quiet room. Firstly, the therapist, Sandy, and Jessie had a quiet session together where Jessie had explained about her panic attacks and headache. The therapist then induced Jessie into her unconscious mind and slowly brought her to where the pain had started. Jessie softly spoke and explained that she was in one of her past lives. During that time, a small boy had thrown a big stone towards her. It hit her head correctly at the spot where she had experienced the panic attacks and headaches. The therapist immediately told Jessie to leave the pain in that past life and not to bring it to her current life. As soon as Jessie calmed down, the therapist awakened her from the trance. After that therapy, Jessie herself admitted that she has no longer experienced the pain. In conclusion, people have to understand that this therapy is indeed something really unique and helpful to others. Hence, let us all be open-minded and accept this extraordinary therapy. As Mary Kay Ash says, don't limit yourself. Many people limit themselves to what they think they can do. You can go as far as your mind lets you. What you believe, remember, you can achieve. Thus, believe in this therapy and I assure you that you will see changes in your life.